Hi, this is Marcus. Welcome to my screencast on how to use Google Docs for a behavior plan. Many students will have a behavior plan if they're struggling in their classes or having a specific behavior issue. And the problem with a behavior plan, although it can provide some meaningful data, is that it's usually written on paper. And in almost every case, that paper is going to get lost. And even if it doesn't get lost, only one person at a time can look at it. So if the principal has the paper, the teachers have no idea what's going on. If the teachers have the paper, then the other teachers won't know what's going on, and someone will have to get all that data, collate it, get it back to the stakeholders, usually via an email, and the whole thing takes too long and it becomes so cumbersome that it really doesn't end up doing what its intended purpose was, which is to give everybody a clear picture of exactly how a student's doing. So Google Docs can actually make this a whole lot easier, and I'll show you how. Let's look at two students. We've got Jane and John. Jane's behavior plan is pretty simple and John's is more complicated. So let's look at Jane's first. I'll click on it. Jane has got 7 hours in the day, 1st through 7th, and 5 days in the week. Each day, Jane can earn 0, 1, or 2 points. She earns 1 point for coming to class on time with all of her materials, the second point for staying in class without having to be sent to the office. So let's pretend like it's Monday, 1st hour, and I'm Jane's teacher. She makes it on time, and she stays the whole class period with no disruptions. 2 points for her. 2nd hour, same thing. 3rd hour, same thing. Now you notice down here it's actually tallying because when Jane hits 40 points, she gets an incentive. 4th hour doesn't go as well. Jane's tardy, so she only gets 1 point even though she made it through class. 5th hour does not go well at all. She's tardy and then also throws a paper airplane across the room and gets sent to the office. 0 points. 6th and 7th hour, she cleans up her act and does okay. Now, what about this? I've got 0 points here. All of the teachers can see it. They can all see that Jane's done well in 1st through 3rd hour and 6th and 7th, but what went wrong in 5th? Why did she get 0 points? No one knows. What you can do if you're the 5th hour teacher is actually right-click on this and insert a comment. Jane was late for class and threw a paper airplane and was sent to the office. Now, just like that, all of the stakeholders can see exactly why Jane earned 0 points. Now, with these comments, please make sure that you leave them in a very objective manner. If I were to do something like this, Jane was tardy and she is driving me crazy. That may be how you're feeling right now, but that would be a very inappropriate comment. We would not want that on our school records. So please make sure that your comments are very professional. And also remember that they could be FOIA. They could be Freedom of Information Acted. And so if you were to make a comment, which I know obviously no one would put that, but that could really get you in a heap of trouble. So make sure that your comments are appropriate for the school. Okay. And you can do that for every day of the week. And this will give you a very clear picture of exactly how Jane is doing. It will not get lost. And also, if you were to, for some reason forget to sign Jane's exit slip, you can do it later in the day. But this will let you do it quickly. Now, another trick, you might say, well, yeah, Marcus, speaking of losing things, if this link is sent to me in an email, I delete the email, no, I can't find the link, how do I get to it? What's the easy way to do that? There's actually a trick. If you click on the URL up here, I can, I'm just holding down my button on my mouse, and I can drag it to create a desktop shortcut. In fact, that's what this is right here. You just simply drag this, just grab it. I'm sorry, I'm not clicking this very well. And then I can just drag it right over here to make a shortcut. And that's Jane's plan. Now let's take a look at John's. This is a little bit more complicated because John has got 4 goals. Keeping his hands, feet, and objects to himself, staying in designated areas, being respectful to adults and peers, and following directions with less than 2 prompts. Now let's pretend like it's Tuesday, 1st hour. You can see here's the days, or I'm sorry, the hours of the day, 1st through 7th for all 4 goals. Here, goal 3 and goal 4, 7 hours in the day, and then 5 days in the week. For each hour, he can earn 3 points for consistent, 2 for needing prompts, 1 for needing multiple prompts, or 0 as he's removed from class and has to take a break in the office. Okay, it's Tuesday. First hour, did John keep his hands and feet to himself? Yes, he did. Good job. He gets 3 points. Let's look at goal number 2. Did he stay in his assigned seat? Yes, he did. Good job. And he was very respectful. And he followed directions. So far, John's day is off to a very good start. Second hour teacher comes and says, oh, look, John's having a good day. Turns out his streak goes on through second hour as well. He does very well. Third hour, he's got a couple of his friends in class, and things begin to decline. First of all, John's goofing off, punching his friend, so he has to be reminded, hey, John, keep your hands to yourself. He gets 2 points here. Keeps getting out of his assigned seat to go talk to his girlfriend. He requires multiple prompts. Here, he was respectful, but he really wasn't following directions too well, so I'll give him 2 points for that. Once again, you can right-click on this. Say, John was hitting his friends. And over here, I can leave another comment. And you may not want to leave a comment every time on a behavior plan this big. But I could say, John, whoops, lost my box. So comment, John constantly moved out of his seat throughout the hour, and so on and so forth. Now, I'll spare you from filling in all of this for the entire week, but what you will see quickly is that you'll be able to see exactly which parts of the behavior plan are working or are not working. You can also look at it by day of the week or by hour. So let's say that first hour, I'm noticing consistently throughout the week that John's getting all 3s. And second hour, he's getting all 3s. And third hour, he's getting 2s and 1s. I could then start looking at the comments to see what is it in the behavior plan that is or is not working third hour. Is it the kids in the classroom? Is the behavior plan not being followed? Anything like that. So it can really show exactly what is or is not working in the behavior plan. And once again, these don't get erased. They don't get deleted. In fact, if you were to accidentally delete something, Google Docs will let you undo back to infinity. That's very helpful. And the greatest thing is that all of the teachers can see this together. So it becomes a collaborative thing, and you can see exactly where the student is doing well, or exactly what parts of the plan might need to be modified to help them to be more successful. The great thing about this is that, like I said, it can be shared with all of the teachers, all the stakeholders in the school. It can even be shared with people in the broader school community, perhaps a consultant from the intermediate school district, a probation officer. If the parents are okay with it and it's been approved by the school, you could share it with the student's counselor outside of school, or even the parents. Parents can be included on this as well if they wish to be. So again, it's one more tool that allows us to get meaningful data that will allow us to help students to be more successful. And I hope that you enjoy using it. If you have questions, give me a call, 933-7393, or you can hit me at meadma@tcaps.net. Thanks. Have a great day.